Hello, welcome back to No Recipe Required. Hope you're doing well. I'm Dave. Today I want to show you one way to get rid of extra French bread. Here I've got a baguette. It's it's a day old, not really all that great to eat. One of the things you can do though is make croutons out of it. It's a pretty effective way to use it. The croutons last much longer than fresh bread will. Frankly, you can keep them for weeks, and they can add quite a bit of personal flair or a little bit of elegance maybe to a salad you're making. I'm going to use mine on a Caesar salad tonight. Let's go ahead and show you how to do it. Okay, so I've got my baguette here, and what I've done is essentially just cut off some little crostinis, little slivers, right off the end. If you want different size croutons, you can cut them thinner, you can cut them thicker, you can even tear these in half, make them a little more bite size. You can also go longer. I cut on this angle. If you want to make them longer, you can go this way and make really long croutons as well. Shape's up to you, how you want to present it. I've also got two large, maybe 4 medium-sized garlic cloves here that I've crushed down and really minced as finely as I can. What I'm going to do is just saute the garlic off in a little bit of butter, toss in the croutons in a frying pan, get it nice and coated with that garlicky butter flavor, and then we'll finish them off in the oven. Okay, for our garlic croutons, I've got a non-stick pan. I like using non-stick. Just makes things a little bit easier. I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half of oil, olive oil, and then I'm going to add about the same amount of butter. We'll get this nicely melted down. And then I'm going to go ahead, that's probably maybe a little more butter than I need, so I'm going to go ahead and remove a little bit. Not a problem if you have to. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic. And I'm going to turn my heat down to low, because I'm not looking to brown the garlic. I'm certainly not looking to burn it. I just want to infuse that oil with the garlic flavor. So I'm going to let this sit and just kind of toast in there for probably 5 or 10 minutes on low heat. Lowest you got. Again, you want to make sure it's not browning and burning. Once it's settled down a little bit, we'll add in our croutons. Okay, so my garlic and butter have fused together. Been about 10 minutes, and the garlic is just on the edges, starting to turn a little bit brown. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just toss in my pieces of garlic, and the goal is obviously to get some of that. I'm sorry, I'm going to toss it in my pieces of bread. Goal is to get some of that butter and oil and garlic on each piece. You can do what I was doing. You can also just try to flip them around a little bit and get them nicely coated. If you need to, you can grab the tongs and again just kind of flip them around. You're looking to get all that flavor soaked up into the bits of garlic. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to get everyone equally coated. I also like to sprinkle it with just a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh ground black pepper. And then we'll go ahead and put these, just dump them right out on a single piece of aluminum foil, like this, single layer. Then we'll pop them in a 350-degree oven for probably 15 to 20 minutes until they get nice and crusty. So here we are, guys. We're just going to lay those toasts out. Again, the only important thing here is to get them down on one layer so they all get the same bake time, same experience in the oven. Like I said, let's pop these in. We'll take them out once they're crispy. Alright guys, so I just pulled my my croutons out of the oven, and they actually, some of them got a little further cooked than I really want. This is maybe a little more brown, a little more brown than I'm looking for, but that's perfectly fine. There are those probably I won't use, but there are plenty of good ones left on the left as properly cooked. So here I'm going to recommend two things. One, especially when you use oil like this, on the bread. They can go pretty quickly, so keep an eye on them. The other thing I recommend is if you need, 7, 8 croutons, make 12 or 13. It's roughly the same amount of work, and you get a few safeties in there. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.